Okay, good afternoon. This is our second topic for Module 1, Week 1. Factoring difference of two squares. Our objective, to factor completely difference of two squares. Week 1, Topic 2. I am your presenter, Jason Arcacho. Before we proceed to our topic, mag-review muna tayo about square root of a number and square root of a number. So first one, find the square of each number. Remember, the product of a number in itself. Ibig sabihin lang nun, you are multiplying a number by itself. Let's say example, number 1, 2 squared. You're multiplying 2 by itself. So, pinapakita lang nito, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Tandaan, multiply. We multiply the two numbers, that's why the product is 4. Example number 2, 5 squared. 5 squared means of that, 5 times 5, it's equal to 25. Example number 3, 8 squared. 8 times 8, it's equal to 64. Tandaan ha, product. Nagmumultiply tayo dito. And number 4, 12 squared. It is 12 times 12 equals 144. And the last one, 10 squared, it's equal to 10 times 10 equals 100. Now, find the square of each number naman kapag ang nahanap natin or the given is a variable or expressions na may literal coefficients. So, tignan natin. Remember, power rule. Copy the base and multiply the exponent. That's the power rule. And the product rule, same base. Kapag parehas daw ang base, same, copy, then add the exponent. Tignan natin kung how we apply these two rules. First one, x squared. It is x times x is equal to x squared. Napakadali. Sa number 2, let's apply power rule sa number 2. Sabi daw, copy the base and multiply the exponent. So, our base in number 2 is a. So, that's why copy. Then, multiply the exponent. Our exponent is 3 and 2. So, multiply 3 times 2 is equal to 6. That's why, the answer is a raised to 6. Number 3. Let's apply product rule in number 3. b raised to 5, open and close parenthesis, squared. Or, b raised to 5 with exponent outside the parenthesis, 2. So, parehas lang yan. Tignan natin sa product rule. Kokopyahin lang natin ng dalawang beses kasi the exponent is 2. That's why we have b raised to 5, b raised to 5. Same base, tama? So, copy the base, then add the exponent. So, 5 plus 5 equals b raised to 10. Number 4, we have two variables, x raised to 4, y squared. Outside the parenthesis, exponent 2 or squared. So, gamitin natin ang product rule. Pagkain lang natin ng dalawang beses. We have same base of x, same base of y, at the exponent. So, 4 plus 4, 8. So, y naman, 2 plus 2, 4. And last example, ito may numerical coefficient and may literal coefficient. The numerical coefficient, 2. The literal coefficient is m with exponent of 5. So, 2m raised to 5 squared. So, anong gagawin natin? Copy 2 times. Then, we need to multiply first the numerical coefficient, yung 2. So, magiging 2 times 2. Then, copy rin ng dalawang beses yung m raised to 5. Multiply. Product rule, same base, add the exponent. So, magiging sagot natin, 2 times 2, 4. Sa m, 5 plus 5, 10. So, that's why m raised to 10. So, yan ang finding the square of a number. Next naman, finding a square root of a number. So, remember, one of two equal factors of a number. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag kinukuha mo yung square root ng number, mag-isip ka lang ng factors ng number na yan na magkaparehas. Let's say example, number 1, square root of 9. Ano ba ang factor ng 9 na magkaparehas yung mga numbers? Or, two the same number ng factor ng 9? Ito yung 3. Kasi 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So, therefore, the square root of 9 is the same as the square root of 3 times 3. So, therefore, the square root of 9 ay 3. And number 2, another method to find the square root of a number. Tignan natin kung paano, ha. Square root of 4 equals yan sa square root of 2 squared. Tignan ko anong ginawa. This is the long method. Equals 2 squared raised to 1 half. Yung 1 half kasi, equal yan kay square root. Ibig sabihin, the exponent form ng square root ay 1 half. Then, next step, 2 raised to 2 kasi 2 times 1 equals 2 over 2. Then, alam natin, ang 2 over 2 is equal to 1. That's why meron tayong 2 raised to 1. All numbers raised to 1, all numbers with exponent of 1, the answer is the same or the number. So, that's why ang sagot ay 2. Number 3. Tingnan naman natin. Ito sa number 3, yung pinaka madaling way. Kumbaga, technique na ibibigay ko sa inyo. So, same lang daw si square root of 16 sa square root of 4 squared. Tignan ko anong ginawa. Kinancel. Kinancel ko ang square root at ang 2 kasi ang solution lang yan, pinakita lang sa example number 2. So, magiging sagot, 4. And number 4, square root of 49. Same as sa, yan. So, the answer is 7. And the last one, square root of 121. The answer is, kakancel natin yung square root and the squared, kaya magiging 11. So, next, finding the square root of a number kapag variable naman or may literal coefficient. So, we have 4 examples here. Remember, the exponent of a variable or base should be divisible by 2. Ibig sabihin daw, kayang i-divide ni 2 with the remainder of 0. Or in short, the exponent should be even numbers. Ano ba yung mga even numbers? Ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yung exponent, gano'n ang mga numbers na yun, or nagtatapos sa mga ganong numbers. So, example number 1. Square root of b raised to 12. 12 is divisible by 2 because 12 is even number. So, magiging square root of b raised to 6 times b raised to 6. Same as ang ginawa na natin kanina. So, magiging sagot, b raised to 6. Example number 2. Square root of z raised to 14. Ito ang shortcut method din. Kumbaga, pinakamadali. Tingnan nyo kung anong ginawa lang sa exponent. Dinivide sa 2. 14 divided by 2, the answer is 7. That's why z raised to 7. Therefore, the square root of z raised to 7 is the square root of z raised to 14. The square root of z raised to 14 is equal to z raised to 7. And number 3, square root of m squared y raised to 6. Di-divide lang natin yan sa 2. So, ano mangyayari? M raised to 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. That's why M. Next, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. That's why y cubed. That's the final answer. M y cubed. And last one, square root of a raised to 10, c raised to 8. Divide lang natin exponent. Ano mangyayari? So, meron tayong a raised to 5, c raised to 4. So, proceed tayo sa topic natin. Dapat tandaan nyo kung paano kumuha ng squares of a number and square root of a number. Factoring difference of two squares. Okay. The difference of two squares can be factored using this pattern for any real numbers a and b. A squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b, open and close parenthesis, a minus b. Or open and close parenthesis of a plus b times open and close parenthesis of a minus b. And where A and B are perfect squared number. So, ayan ang tinutukoy na A. So, example, factor x squared minus 9. So, x squared, perfect squared siya, tama? And 9 is also perfect squared kasi the factor of x squared, x times x. The factor of 9, 3 times 3. Or, in short, the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 9 is 3. Parang iniikot lang natin para makuha natin yung factors ng mga given polynomials. So, step 1. X squared is equal to x times x or open and close parenthesis x squared. So, we need to let A, x. Kung ano yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. Step number 2. 9. 9 is equal to 3 times 3 or 3 squared. We let B is equal to 3. Anong nasa loob ng parenthesis? 3. So, therefore, gamitin na natin yung pattern. Use the pattern A squared minus B squared is equal to open and close parenthesis A plus B times open and close parenthesis of A minus B. Papalitan lang natin lahat ng A ng X at lahat ng B ng 3. So, mangyayari, so therefore, the factor of x squared minus 9 is equal to x squared minus 3 squared is equal to, ito, open and close parenthesis x plus 3 times x minus 3. Tignan naman natin yung example number 2 kung paano natin sagutan. Another method. So, factor of 16x raised to 4 minus 25y raised to 8. Step 1. Check the numerical coefficient of terms if perfect squared or not. 16 and 25. They are perfect squared. Why? 16. It is 4 times 4 or 4 squared. 25. 5 times 5. It is 25. So, therefore, perfect squared yung mga number. So, they are perfect squared. Thus, yan. 16 is equal to 4 times 4. 25 is equal to 5 times 5. Next, check the exponent of the variables in each term if it's divisible by 2. So, tingnan natin yung mga variables or literal coefficients. The exponent of x is 4. The exponent of y is 8. They are even numbers, therefore, divisible by 2. So, therefore, or thus, they are perfect squared. Or makukuha din natin ang square root ng mga yan. So, 16x raised to 4 minus 25y raised to 8 is equal to, gamitin natin yung pattern na, tignan natin. Yan. Kumbaga, ang ginawa ko dito, what is square root of 16? 4. What is square root of x raised to 4? X squared. That's why meron tayong 4x squared. Kabila din, 4x squared. Then, square root of 25, 5. Square root of y raised to 8, y raised to 4. Check natin example number 3. This is the easiest way how to get a factor of a given polynomial. Siguro mas maganda kung mag-focus lang kayo dito. Tignan natin. Given natin, 49m raised